The next day in the Fraser Valley.
Anybody confirm that there's a truck wiped out?
It's a bad morning for a local trucker.
It looks like it just happened.
A loaded B-train has flipped.
He's turned right over in the ditch.
The tractor is on its wheels, but both trailers lay on their side. The driver escaped injury and is still on scene.
Coming down the road, I got a text on my phone. I looked at it, put it back on the dash, and by then I was catching the ditch with my trailer.
We were about 3 blocks away, and you could hear the sliding and the bang of the truck sliding down the road.
The highway, used by hundreds of commercial vehicles every day, has been squeezed down to a single lane.
Head on out there and see what we can find us.
Al Quiring is on his way with his Vulcan V100 heavy wrecker.
I don't know what it's loaded with. Half my job is not knowing what I'm going to do. So here we go.
Al arrives to find another tow truck already on site.
What a mess.
But this job
Ay.
could use a second set of hands.
Rolling up, kind of had an idea what happened there. He got over on the edge of the road, overcorrected, and then the trailer did a flip. Kerpow.
The two trailers were carrying more than 50 tons of volcanic rock.
It's a load of landscaping pumice, and it is quite a valuable commodity.
Yeah, you might as well stick around. I didn't call any of our other trucks.
Mission Towing's Dylan Greenwood is also on scene.
Yeah, we'll get rid of this one, and then by then Daryl will be here with the excavator and scoop that out, and then we'll flip this thing up pretty easy. This thing will be a little bit difficult to tow, that's for sure. Let's step through and see what we got.
Because that trailer is so flimsy, like a beer can, as soon as you start pulling on it, they'll just shred and rip open, and then you got even more of a mess.
Not much to grab onto in there.
Al can't flip the B-train until he closes one of its dump boxes,
I'll get a chain. We'll go right through the trailer.
collapsing a hydraulic cylinder.
Hooking up to it was a bit of a pain. There was nothing much to hook to.
Yeah, just like that. Might pop off, but it might not.
Yeah, I might not like it.
But the only place to rig onto is a thin piece of metal at the base of the box.
Sometimes you have to just hook to things and hope it works.
You got to make sure that when you do energize that cable, that everybody is well back, and especially out of the line of fire. Try and tickle it and talk nice and come on baby, you know, it's gonna hopefully shut.
Al Quiring has been called to the banks of the Fraser River.
My lucky fishing boots. Big fish in the river here.
"30 feet offshore,
Yikes.
a logging truck is being swallowed up by the rising tide.
It's not very happy.
4 hours after it was first parked on the Tidal flats, the truck is deep in river mud.
He thought he was gonna go drive through a big mud puddle and wash the truck. He should have maybe dipped his toe in that little puddle to see how deep it was.
Okay, Daryl.
Al has brought in his buddy, Lowbed Daryl, to wrestle the beached semi out.
No way am I gonna drive my tow truck out onto that. Send in something with tracks.
Straight on down.
Daryl crawls the heavy unit to the water's edge.
He's got the excavator. He's got towing in his blood as well.
Let's shut her down and we'll have a look talk here.
The Fraser flows into the Pacific Ocean and rises with the tides. Al fishes for something to hook onto.
There's a tow hook. Okay, Daryl. Hopefully this thing is gonna pull out.
After the first few tugs, the rig refuses to budge.
Stuck in that river sludge. It's muck. It's horrible muck.
Pull on her, Daryl. We might burrow in. Okay, Daryl. Come on.
After redirecting the angle of the pull, wheels begin to turn.
Just a touch more this way.
And Al's river rescue is nearly over.
There's pretty good fishing right here tonight. That's for sure.
Heave ho and we're done.
I think the worst of it's going to be the boss getting hold of the driver.
Big hooks catch big fish. The bigger the hook, the bigger the fish.
All right, Daryl. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, anytime, Al.
Okay.
Every call is different from the last one.
Some days it's in the snow, some days it's in the mud. It's all in a day's work.
200 miles west, on the Coquihalla Highway,
They got a good dump up here.
an early winter blast is causing midday mayhem.
Don't worry, boys. There's a wrecker on his way.
Tow truck's backing down the hill.
Entering the battle,
See what kind of chaos is going on down there now.
Al Quiring rolls up to a familiar problem.
Ay.
Spun out trucks at the snow shed.
Then back up off your case.
All it takes is one vehicle to spin out, and it can stop multiple vehicles, and then it gets bad.
Who is it, Al Quiring?
Here we go.
Al clears a path.
He's got the green machine.
But his day on the Coke is far from over.
Good job there, Snowplow.
At the foot of the mountain, Al's next challenge is a mammoth load heading for the summit.
Oh my gosh. They got an oversized load there.
Sometimes you go up there and you don't know what to expect.
Halfway up, the crane stops at a brake check.
Hauling a Tidal 120-ton crane for about 185,000 pounds on 11 axles.
Driver Jerry Warner gets ready to rendezvous with Al.
Doing the final checks, you bet. We're pretty much good to go. The roads aren't bad right here, but when you get pretty close to the top, they get pretty slippery. So that's why we're gonna have Al with us today.
5 miles up the highway, Al is standing by.
Jerry Warner, you on the radio?
Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Yeah, I'm waiting here at Box Canyon for you.
Okay, just rolling out of Sawaquah here. Okay, Mike, we're gonna roll.
You're clear to go.
To make it up the mountain,
I've got a cat engine in this thing and it runs pretty hot.
Jerry must keep an eye on his gauges.
It's the price of having big power in a truck. We're starting to get into some pretty good snow now. The weather's right at 0 degrees. We just got to look out for slippery spots.
Is that Al there waiting for you?
Yeah, it sure is, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard pull up that hill. It's a challenge, even for two vehicles.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Coming out of Box Canyon, you gotta hit the hill right.
Okay, let's roll. Okay, here we go.
You gotta have the right momentum,
Yeah, let's start grabbing gears.
the right combination of gears. Hopefully we can get it to the top without any problems.
As Al continues to climb,
There's trucks parked in the right lane right now.
conditions deteriorate.
Bring her right up against the guardrail. They're good. Yeah, keep charging there, Jerry. More power, more power.
That's a hell of a lot of tires on that heavy haul.
Entering the snow shed,
So you're gonna want to drop a gear?
Yeah, I'm running pretty low here. Pyro's heating up.
Jerry's engine is running hot.
Yeah, go ahead anytime.
Just as they hit the smasher,
Is putting a little bit more power to it, so the exhaust temperature rises.
Al and Jerry must keep momentum on the 8.5% grade.
We're on the steepest part here now.
But just ahead,
Got the Granny Lake block.
Al spots a slow-moving truck.
This is where you really pay attention.
Oh, man. Pulled by the ore truck here too, Jared.
He's that guardrail.
Okay.
We've got to keep an eye on the end of that trailer to make sure that it stays well away from snowbanks.
I'll get over as far as I can for you.
If the back end of the trailer bogs down into the snow, everything will just spin and you'll be stuck in a second.
The oversized load slips by.
Appreciate that.
And cresting the summit,
Okay, we can move her back over.
Heavy load here.
Al and the big crane are in the clear.
Well, we made her to the top, boys.
Take a deep breath. Now exhale. Yeah, no kidding.
Think you'll be all right from here? Or?
Oh, yeah, I got her from here, bud. You bet.
We're very fortunate that we got to the top of the hill without having any issues.
Beauty.
Right on, brother.
It worked out very well.
For Al's customer,
All right, Jerry.
Thanks a lot.
it's a huge relief.
We made it to the top of the hill in good time. There wasn't any blockages. Ready to go to Alberta.
4 more months of adventure, right? Get used to it. Warming up good, melting this stuff.
Just gotta look at the railroad track here.
On the east side of the valley,
It'll be like a dinosaur wrestling match, man against machine.
Al Quiring heads into another off-road battle.
A little bit bigger than your average tow truck recovery job.
He's been called to a mine where a massive machine is in deep trouble.
It's not something you're just gonna hook on and pull out.
How's things look here?
The heavyweight excavator slid down a bank and was swallowed by a mud hole. Al has brought in his wrecker and 2 D9 dozers to wrestle the giant.
Hope you guys had pancakes this morning.
But on this job, he'll need something more.
The quarry owner has a Cat 345 excavator.
Swing it over here, and then we'll get into some anaconda wrestling.
In addition to our own crew, I've got a labor crew from the mining company that's going to help out with some of the grunt work and operate their excavator.
Well, this is going to go right around.
Al's dozers and the extra excavator will be rigged to the 70-ton casualty. Then all 3 will try to pull it out of the pit. Al's brought a well-used piece of heavy-duty rigging into battle.
I'll back my wrecker in here, throw a block on the line. I'll anchor that.
Al will use his 60,000-pound heavy wrecker
Take one line out.
to act as deadweight and anchor the extra digger helping on the pull.
Okay, this will go into the shackle. This will come back to Big Green. Okay. Our 911 phone is right there.
But moments before the recovery begins,
That's not gonna work.
a worker at the mine questions Al's plan.
How do you think you guys start walking with them?
No, we're gonna winch with it.
That's stupid.
It's hard when you come into a site and somebody wants to get involved and tell you need to do this and do that.
You never run a winch cat ever? I'll tell you.
I use lots of dozers to haul out lots of holes, I'll tell you that. I spent 13 years in the oil sands.
At about 30% with the winch.
Yeah, but if they're walking and winching.
Trust me, you're in the dentist seat.
This fella's got in his mind what we should be doing. We're sticking with plan A.
Don't try and pull it, because we're pulling down here. I just want you to lift. You're good to go? Okay. She's coming. Keep going and pull! Look out! Keep pulling, keep pulling. She's coming. Look out!
So you're pulling along and then all of a sudden,
Dig it out a bit.
Something underneath the gravel and mud is blocking the escape route.
you've got to check what's in the ground in front of that machine.
Get over here a bit more too.
A machine operator needs to dig out the problem. 10 feet in front of the bogged-down target,
Throw that rock way away.
they unearth a 1,000-pound boulder that stands in the way.
Oh,
There's a big nugget there.
is there many more of those in there? Further over.
Holy frig.
But even with the boulder out of the way, the 140,000-pound machine
Hey, Al?
refuses to budge again.
Boom's not moving, Al. This is dragging with
It is,
it.
eh?
At the mine,
Got a lot of weight there, man. You're looking straight down. Right?
I know.
You need to
Just
put it in
slow
the
down,
ground
slow
and
down,
dig it, right?
slow down. I've been doing this 30
I
years.
know, but
okay?
I've been at it a long time too.
Al's excavator recovery has bogged down again.
I assured the customer I'm gonna get that machine out. I want to make sure the job's done right.
What we'll do is we'll ratchet strap that drum onto the back of the boom and then open that line up and just let the oil go into the barrel.
If the boom arm's hydraulic fluid can be drained, it will release the pressure and should allow the bucket to move.
Pick her up! There you go, yeah. No, don't.
It was a close call for the dozer.
It was a little iffy there for a minute.
You had me scared for a second.
Good.
We got her.
Al's battle with a Goliath
What's that?
is another one for the books.
That was a major job. Well, luckily, the machine was saved and the mechanic was able to fix it.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.